Hi friends, my name is Kelsey and thanks for joining me today. We are going to do a lunge series and a warrior series in this class. This is going to be a tutorial style class, so not a full flow. This will be around 20 minutes, maybe a little more, a little less. But I wanted to do this class so that we could break down some of the common postures and common lunge and warrior variations. These are movements and variations and postures that you will find in many vinyasa style flow classes, probably in a power yoga class, and they can be called different names, so I just wanted to break them down one by one, and we'll move through them fluidly, one breath, one movement at the very end. So for this class, you don't need anything necessarily, but if you know you have a little tighter hips, hamstrings, lower back, you might want to have 2 blocks up towards the top of your mat. Let's go ahead and get started standing today. If you need a warm-up, if you haven't moved much today, you might want to just do some kind of warm-up before you start into this flow, because we'll go right into it basically. So we're going to start in mountain pose. Feet are hip distance, hands down by your sides, palms rotate forward. Take a big squeeze of your shoulders up by your ears, and then exhale, roll them down the back. The head stacks on top. Beautiful alignment of your head over your shoulders, over your hips, over your heels. Let's inhale our arms up, look up, touch the palms together at the top, and then exhale, swan dive forward. Arms go wide, lead with your chest all the way down. Find a nice forward fold to start. Drop the crown of your head and take a couple of breaths here. Bend your knees as much as you need to let your upper body hang with gravity over your legs. Allowing the weight of your torso to stretch and lengthen your low back and your sides of your waist. On an inhale, find a halfway lift. Let the hands slide up the shins. Crown of the head reaches forward. Hips reach backward. Exhale, fold. With your next breath, we're walking our hands out to a downward facing dog. If you've ever wondered how to create the right stance for down dog, so the right distance between your feet and your hands, you can check your stance by rotating into plank pose. In a strong plank where our shoulders stack over our wrists, in the heels of our feet stacked over the balls of our feet, strong legs, that's the footprint for down dog. So here's plank pose, and pull the hips up and back, and here's your down dog. You can pedal out your down dog to start. And take one breath in and an exhale to settle. We're moving through our lunge series first. Inhale your left leg up into the sky. One long line from your left heel down to your left wrist. Exhale, pull your left knee in towards your chest and step your left foot between your hands. Lift, keep the back right knee lifted. If you need more length here, you can put blocks on either side of your left foot. So in my classes, again, this is where poses can be called different things in different classes. But if the back knee is lifted, that's high lunge or high crescent in my classes. If the back knee is down, that will be called low lunge or low crescent. So this first posture is a high lunge posture with the legs. The hands are down. Now let's use our core to lift our upper body up just slightly, so just the fingertips graze the blocks or the floor. The crown of the head reaches forward, so there's one awesome line shooting out from the crown of our head, back through our shoulders, down through our hips, through our knee, and out through the heel. Now taking your hands down a little lower, let's drop the back right knee. This is low lunge. You'll notice in low lunge, maybe your hips can scooch forward a little more. We'd never want our top left knee to extend beyond the ankle. If you find that's happening, just scooch your front foot out a little more. So from low lunge, let's take our left hand up to our left thigh bone, and then our right hand up. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. Roll the shoulder blades down your back. You'll find a deeper stretch here as you come upright for the front of your right leg. If this is going well, you can reach your arms up. When arms are reached up, I call this crescent because our knee is down. This is low crescent here. Pulling the shoulder blades down the back, the belly button in, slight tilt of the tailbone underneath. That slight tilt of the tailbone, and imagine pulling your inner thighs in towards one another. That whole action is creating stability for your hips. So especially for those of us who are extremely flexible, you might find that you dump into the pose like this and your back rounds. That could create injury and overuse. So we want to back out of that and use our muscles to keep us stable. Low crescent. Exhale, sweep your hands down and forward. And then we're taking a counter pose of half split. So this isn't a lunge, but you'll find it mixed into lunge sequences often. This stretches the hamstring of the left leg, folding your body over the left leg. Inhale, rebend the left leg, taking your hands forward. Curl the right back toe underneath and lift the right knee off the floor. Coming up onto your fingertips and preparing for high crescent, sweep your arms out and then up. So the back knee is off the floor and the arms are overhead. This is high crescent lunge. Again, pull the belly button in towards the spine. Imagine the inner thighs pulling in towards one another. Arms reach straight up for the sky. And with an exhale, sweep your hands down to the mat. Plant the hands and step the left foot back, downward dog. That's our lunge sequence. Breathe in through your nose and a sigh out through the mouth. We'll take a full breath here. Know you are welcome as we transition today. If you want more heat building, to move through plank, move through your version of chaturanga, and find a back bend. We all meet back in downward dog as we exhale. Inhale the right leg to the sky. Exhale, pull the right knee to the chest. Step the right foot between the hands. Let's keep the back left knee lifted. Take your blocks if you use them on the other side. So we find high lunge. Fingertips lightly touch the floor or the block. So not putting all of our weight down into our hands, but using our core and creating a line from the left heel out the hips, up through the crown of the head. Taking your hands down lightly, then lightly bending the left knee till it touches the floor. Low lunge with the knee on the floor. If you came up on the other side, you can take your right hand to your thigh bone, then your left hand to your thigh bone. Again, imagine pulling the inner thighs towards one another and a slight tilt of your tailbone under and forward. This pulls your belly button in, stabilizes the hip girdle. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Relax the jaw. And then sweep the arms out and up. Low crescent lunge. With your exhale, let your hands sweep forward. Curl the back left toe underneath. If it's not there, lift the back left knee. Come lightly onto the fingertips. Use the core. We come into high crescent. Arms sweep up and overhead. Again, tilt the tailbone underneath. Pull the belly button in. Notice as you tilt the tailbone underneath, that creates more space for your low back, for your mid back. And with the exhale, sweep your hands down. Stepping into down dog. Finding one breath. Know you can hang out in down dog, but you're welcome to cycle through chaturanga, back bend, and into down dog. With our next inhale, we're going to bring our left leg into the sky again. And exhale, step it forward, left foot between the hands. Next, preparing for our warrior series. So it looks the same as how we started on the other side, but our back right foot is going to spin down to the floor at a 45-degree angle. We're pushing the weight into the outside edge of the right foot, lifting the arch of the right foot. Hips are working towards the top of the mat. coming light onto the fingertips first. And inhale, coming upright with the body. This is Warrior 1, probably one of the most challenging Warrior series because we're wanting our hips to be square to the top of the mat, but know that it's almost near impossible to make them completely square. This is a challenging posture, but that action of working towards square to the top of the mat is a lot of work for our core. We square our shoulders with the top of the mat. Again, the slight tilt of the tailbone underneath. And if it's going well, you can reach your arms overhead. If that is too much for your shoulders, if it makes your back arch, just bring your hands to heart center. Exhale, sink a little deeper in the front knee. Breathe in. Exhale, release your hands back down. Your feet stay exactly as they are. If you need to create more space, spread your toes apart from one another. Press them back down. Moving into Warrior 2 next, as we inhale, sweep your right hand forward, up, and back. You may want to make your right foot more square with the back edge of the mat as you come up. This is Warrior 2. Here, rolling our right hip back and rolling our left knee open. So everything's rolled up and back. Shoulders roll up and down the back. Noticing your torso in space, not leaning too far forward or back. Shoulders over hips. And again, that slight tilt of the tailbone allows you to have length through your low back and up through the crown of your head. Arms are straight out from the shoulder sockets. Palms point towards the floor. The gaze is soft and out over the left fingertips. Relax your face. Again, this is Warrior 2. Inhale, flip the front left palm, coming into reverse warrior. Lightly take your right hand towards the back or of your back right leg. Just lightly, not pressing all your body weight. And we're reaching our left hand forward and then up and maybe slightly overhead, finding a side body stretch for the left. Breathing in. Out, maybe sink a little deeper in the left knee. Inhale, coming back through Warrior 2. Bringing your left elbow to the left knee, right arm overhead, and exhale the right arm over the ear, if that's going well. Another variation. Again, we want to be light on our knee with the elbow. The elbow is really just a placeholder. You could take it away and your body wouldn't move. If you want more, you can reach your left hand on the inside of that left foot down towards the block or down towards the floor. Again, continue to push into the outside edge of that right foot. Lift the inside arch of the right foot, and the right shoulder rolls down the back. This is side angle pose. Inhale, coming back up through Warrior 2. And watch here first. We're rotating through high lunge very quickly. So our right hand circles forward. We spin on the ball of the back right foot. Coming into high crescent, arms are overhead. So we're on the ball of the right back foot. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips and lean your weight forward, forward, forward into the left leg until the right leg floats off the floor. This is Warrior 3, the most, effort-wise, the most difficult posture of the three. The hands reach in opposition from the right heel. The right pinky toe reaches for the floor. Taking your right hand back to your hip, we want our hips square to the floor, so your right hip in line with the left. Our hips are parallel with the floor. If your shoulders are tired, bring your hands to heart center. Breathing in, create length through the spine. Then exhale, bend the standing leg. Let the right foot slowly find the floor. Plant the hands and step the foot back. Downward dog. We're going to take 3 breaths. You're welcome to move through chaturanga, back bend, or you can drop into child's pose for 3 breaths. So you can see that warrior postures are heat building postures. They raise our heart rate. They activate basically all the muscles in our body, and they warm up our body. With your next breath, we all meet into downward dog. And we do the same posture, or the same series, I should say, warrior series on the other side. Inhale the right leg into the sky. Exhale, pull the right knee to the chest. Step the right foot between the hands. That back left foot spins down at 45 degrees. The whole foot, the heel, the toes are on the mat. Pushing the weight into the outside edge of the left foot, lift or imagine lifting the arch of your back left foot. Everyone's feet are different, but the action of imagining lifting the arch is what we all want. Coming light onto the fingertips first, and then bringing your torso upright. Hands can come to heart in Warrior One. Bending 90 degrees in the knee. Again, we don't want the knee beyond the ankle. Pulling the right hip back in space and the left hip forward, using your core to square your hips, your chest, your torso towards the front of the mat. You can reach your arms overhead and sink a little deeper into the posture. Warrior One, breathing in and out. Inhale. Exhale, let your hands come down. Reset before we move into Warrior Two. The feet stay the same. If you need to spread your toes out on that left foot, do so. And lead with the left arm, go forward, up, and back. Coming into Warrior Two on the right leg. Again, pressing the left hip and thigh bone back, pressing the right thigh bone, the right knee open, rolling the shoulder blades down the back, the slight tilt of the tailbone underneath. Create space between the ears and the shoulders. And notice your hands in space. If they're quite a bit lower than your shoulders, if they're a lot higher, we want them straight out from the shoulders. The gaze is soft out over the right fingertip. Release your jaw, release tension in your face. Next is reverse warrior. Flip the front right palm lightly. The left hand comes down to the left thigh. Reach the arm up and overhead. Reverse warrior. Inhale, coming back upright through Warrior Two. And exhale, rotating the opposite direction into side angle. Lightly place the right elbow toward the right thigh, left arm overhead or over the ear. If you need the block on the inside of the right foot, you can go there. Wherever you're at, we're rolling the left shoulder down the back. The chest is open towards the long edge of the mat. This is an intense opening for our left side body and our right inner thigh. Inhale, use your core to come back upright, Warrior Two. So we exhale, spin on the ball of the back, left foot, left arm swings down, forward, and up. We find our high crescent. Exhale, hinge your body forward. Weight is forward. Keep leaning the weight of your upper body beyond the right leg until your left leg becomes light, rotating into Warrior Three. The crown of the head and the fingertips reach in opposition from the left heel. The left pinky toes point down towards the floor. Take your left hand back and notice where your hips are in space. Maybe drop the left hip a little closer to the floor. Find a full breath in and out, taking your hands down to the floor and stepping it back to downward dog. You have 3 breaths. You can stand down dog, you can drop to child's pose, or you can move through plank, chaturanga, a back bend, and down dog. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. To round out this practice, we're going to join the lunge series with the warrior series, starting with the left leg. We'll move a little faster, matching one breath to one movement. So on your inhale, raise your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Coming onto the fingertips, high lunge position. Exhale, lower the back knee. Inhale, high crescent, arms come up. Exhale, hands come down, hips come back, half split. Inhale, hands come forward. Curl the back toe, lift the back knee. Inhale, high crescent, arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands come down. Hands come to the floor. Just rotate the alignment of your back right foot. So the right foot spins to the floor. Warrior one is next. Hips are square to the top of the mat. Inhale your torso up. Warrior one. From here, stay upright. Exhale, open through the hips. Square your body towards the long edge of the mat. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach the left arm up and back. Exhale, your version of side angle posture. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, spin on the ball of the right foot. High crescent once again. Exhale, hinge forward. And coming up through warrior three. One whole breath in and out. Really reach away from your hands, reach away from your heels. And then exhale, bend the standing leg and step it back. Find one breath. In down dog or move through your flow. As you inhale, we begin the right side, right leg to the sky. Exhale, the right foot forward. High on the fingertips, high lunge legs. Exhale, drop the back knee, low lunge. Inhale, the arms up, low crescent. Exhale, hands come down. Hips go back, half split, fold. Inhale, rebend the right knee. Lift the back left knee from the floor. And with the inhale, bring your arms up and overhead, high crescent lunge. Exhale, hands sweep down. Hands stay connected to the floor as you change the alignment in your back left foot. 45 degree with the left foot. We're preparing for warrior one. Inhale your arms, your torso comes up. Warrior one, the hips square to the front of the mat. Stay here. Lift up out of the hips and then exhale, open warrior two. Again, tailbone tilts underneath. Shoulders are relaxed from the ears. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm reaches up and back. Exhale, side angle pose. Left arm goes up and maybe overhead. Inhale, back up through warrior two. Exhale, spin on the ball of the left foot. Hips rotate forward towards the top of the mat, high crescent. Exhale, hinge your weight forward over the right leg. Step into the right foot, lift the left foot. Warrior three. A full cycle of breath here. Reach the fingertips away from the heels. And with your exhale, bend the right knee. Step the right foot back. Last chance to cycle through a plank, chaturanga, back bend. Take a big clearing breath in through your nose and a sigh out through the mouth. We're all going to drop our knees, untuck the toes, and sit the weight back. Sit the weight of your hips back to your heels, child's pose. Allowing your breath to slow and your heart rate to come back down. On an inhale, pull your belly button towards your spine and round your back. We're slowly rolling to sit upright on our heels, letting our shoulders roll down the back, head stacks on top last, and just close your eyes. Breathe. And feel all the sensations in your body. After a warrior flow, after a lunge flow, or after a similar sequence that builds up heat in this way, finding stillness, you can feel all the tinglies and the benefits of this practice in your body, the nice buzz that you may feel. Go ahead and blink your eyes open. Let's take one last breath together. Arms out to the sides, rotate the palms up, and inhale your arms up towards the sky. Touch the palms together, and exhale your hands down to heart center. The divine light in me recognizes and sees the divine light in you. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope this little tutorial style series helped to explain some of the lunge postures, the warrior poses and postures that are commonly found in class. I know my classes has many, sometimes all of these in a single class, so it's helpful to break them down one by one. If you have any feedback, questions, comments, I always love to hear them. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet, and I hope to see you soon.